What's up, y'all? Big Herc 916. And I just want to ask you guys a question. Do you feel like an outsider sometimes? Do you feel like you don't fit in? Do you feel like you're compelled a lot of times to do things you don't want to do because you feel like an outsider? I know I felt like an outsider my whole life growing up. The type of things I like to do, the things that interest me, I always had people telling me, "Oh, you can't do that. You shouldn't do this. Oh, that's not for you." Why? Why isn't it for me? Why shouldn't I do it? It ain't bothering nobody. Hell, if I want to be a race car driver at 4 or 5 years old, why don't you encourage me? Why don't you make the sacrifice and go buy me a go kart so that I can learn how to drive? If I want to be a baseball player, why don't you get me a glove and play catch with me? That's what I'm talking about, man. The sacrifices, man. You know, a lot of times being an outsider, it's hard to find people to relate to because the people that you try to turn to have some type of relationship with, they're really not the ones that are there for you. You got to go outside that circle. And as a kid, sometimes it's hard to go outside that circle because how can you do it? Unless you go and spend holidays with other family members, you're pretty much stuck. And there's a lot of things I wish I could have pursued that I didn't get the opportunity to. And so, I kind of pushed them to the side and did other things that probably weren't in my best interest. But, it could be a long road that's confusing, that's challenging, especially when, you're trying to find, what your niche is. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're good at math. Maybe you're good at building things. Maybe you're good at solving things. You know, it's just finding that groove or that group of people or individuals that you can socialize with that can relate to whatever it is you're trying to relate to. But being an outsider, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not fitting in. There's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong, if you if you don't talk like everybody else or you don't act like everybody else. You don't have to fit in if you're an outsider. You could be an individual. There's nothing wrong with being an individual. There's nothing wrong with, having your own style, your own swag. Everybody wants to, wants you to conform and be like this or be like that or fit over here or stand over here or dress like this, and that's what really takes away from the creative side of our society, and that's what takes away from the potential that a lot of people have because they're trying to conform because they've been uh, called an outsider. I've been an outsider my whole life. I used to think I was adopted because I was so different from my biological family. My goals, the things I wanted, everybody, oh, that's for them. Oh, you want too much. Oh, why you want to do that? You should just do this. You want me to do what you feel that you could only do, but you're not pushing me to do things above and beyond. No, you're not getting the support structure that you need to excel in these other interests you have. If you want to be a stockbroker, then shit, man, take me down to the trading floor and let me see what's going on down there. If I want to be in the real estate, take me out and let me, look at some houses with you and do some walkthroughs. I mean, spend the time. But a lot of times people, they don't want to spend the time with an outsider. They just want you to follow suit. If it ain't what they want you to do, then it ain't no good because you're an outsider. Well, to all you outsiders out there, keep doing you and keep being an outsider. Stand out. Don't try to uh, lessen anything you're doing, or don't try to take away from your goals or not pursue your full potential because you feel you're an outsider. Because you're an outsider, you should do those things. You should be creative. You should challenge society. You should be different. You should be unique, and you should be proud that you have your own creativity and that you're not like everybody else. That's what makes you special. Be an outsider and don't let nobody tell you otherwise.